Right, Barbara, how's it going?
Hi, so I'm just about to set off now for my second chemo session. I'm going to take the rest of my day steroids en route. But I'd just like to show you, since the weekend, my hair's come out great guns. That is nothing, but I just wanted to show you that. Huge amount of that. It's basically come out all over. I've still got these bits hanging on to them at the minute, but I have to wear my scarf now. Still don't really want to get it all cut off, so I'm just managing it best I can. So just want to see how I feel today. I feel alright at the minute. Got everything ready. Roller. Obviously we won't be able to film inside the hospital, maybe at the end of this morning. But I will let you know how it goes again. So right, we better go.
So here we go again. 3 weeks after Bob's first chemo session. We're literally driving to the hospital now.
Well, this is a bit cooler now than it was last time.
Yeah, the winter's gone. So how's it gone, do you think, Bob?
Well,
Generally
it was okay. Like I say, I had aches and pains. I was a bit weird coming off the steroids and everything. But then, like I said, the last 2 weeks I just felt okay to do everything. So then it was a bit of a shock when my hair started to grow, because I thought I'll get away with it till maybe after the next session. But it's happened.
it happened very suddenly as well, didn't it?
Yeah. It was like what was happening, because my hair does come out, especially in the summer. And I always get lots of new regrowth. But what was happening is the regrowth was just getting cut off in its growth stage, and it was just falling in with the rest of the hair and just all raveling up. So in the morning, it was like frizz balls, so I had to just carefully tease it out. But like it was shredding like this. It was terrible. So I washed it last night very gently with a mild shampoo, and when the hair was coming out, it was really hurting, like really hurting my head, as if every hair was being pulled out. But apparently some people do feel that. And
that's because the chemo
kills all the other fast growing cells.
So everything, fingernails,
so
hair.
It shows it's having an effect. Anyway.
It's doing its job.
It's doing its job, and
that's good.
So
what did you do before you had your chemo in preparation for it? Anything?
Yeah, well, we were going on lots of 5-mile walks, trying to just keep fit and everything, because we've been doing walks on and off for a few years now, and we just sort of got back into it really, go on the beach, walking right along the beach for miles.
Because it's good for your blood pressure, isn't it?
It really has brought my blood pressure down and everything. So when I went for the operation, I was like really quite fit. I got a medical and everything was okay, because I had quite high blood pressure, and the walking does bring it right down.
So even though you were terrified of going for chemo, to help keep you focused, walking down the street.
Mind off, it's just walking.
And I think it also helps you have the strength to cope.
It does, really does, physically and mentally it does. So after the chemo, I did rest for the first sort of few days till I got over the initial sort of, I'm going to feel alright, should I be walking and different things. And then of course we had the really hot weather. So what we started to do after the first few days, we were waiting until about 10 o'clock at night and going out when it was cool. Just doing a mile round the park and everything. And although I felt I could do more, I thought, no, I'll just be cautious. And but then, like I said, these last few weeks where I've been okay, we've been getting up to sort of 3-4 mile again. We've had quite a bit of rain, so we got caught a couple of times, but we'd just gone out, so we just decided to go with it. It got so hot, but it was quite good actually. And so yeah, we've been doing that, just going on as normal.
how do you feel about going today?
I think I'll be okay once I'm there and everything. Feel apprehensive, obviously, because the nurse did say that each session is sort of just getting topped up again off the last one. So I'm
a bit worried in case it's different.
Sort of worse, but I think I'll be alright. Seems to change really quickly already, aren't they?
Here we go again.
Near the wards now. It's right, you can get in onto the ground floor straight away.
So just a few words while we're here. That's the breast screening service. It isn't the actual one Barbara went to.
It was probably maybe the same caravan, but it was parked in Spendrilla as it goes round.
But if she didn't go there and they hadn't discovered what they discovered, it might be a different story, eh, Bob?
Definitely, because if it's gone any longer, say my routine scan hadn't been for another 6 months or whatever, I didn't know it was there and it would have spread.
So the moral of the story is, make sure
You regularly check your breasts, a change, any sort of change, go to the doctors, tell the receptionist you've got a lump, you're frightened about cancer, get straight in, no messing.
So here we go.
Okay, let's do this. I'll have this when I come out.
Yes, you will. I think you're going to get the pink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it suits you.
I'll have to pay for it.
Alright, how much is it?
£8. £6.
Right, Bob, how are you doing?
Alright.
Thanks. How you feeling? So Barbara's in that room there. I'm in this room here. And here she is on FaceTime. And she's in having her chemo done. How's it going, Bob?
Okay.
Have a little scoot. Oh, blimey. It's going well, is it, Bob?
Yeah.
And you feel alright?
Yeah, it's relaxing actually.
Is it really? That's alright then, eh?
Huh?
That's alright then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll give you a ring in a little while. You having a cup of... You got a cup of char?
Yeah, nice got cup of tea.
I've got mine there and all. Well, I've drunk mine actually, but I'm going to have a sandwich in a minute. You've made me a packed lunch. It's like a picnic.
I know.
I'll see you in a minute, Barb, alright? I'll see you in a minute. You've set the alarms off. Right, okay, how does it go?
Good again, yeah, very relaxing.
You survived, huh?
Yeah, felt the same as last time. It's going quick actually, I don't think I've been in it. Had a cup of tea and it's gone.
It was tea and scones.
Yeah, it was okay, it was good.
Same as last time.
Yeah, but it was a full house in there today, like.
Oh, you play bingo here?
So, home we're bound now again. You don't have to take the other ones, because I said I didn't need them, so I said just keep them in place. Yeah,
Were there many in there?
Yeah, there was 5 of us in today. My thing kept breaking all the bloody time. It wasn't me moving, it was air bubbles going in, and then something else, and then it wasn't quite finished. And, yeah, so like I said, I was talking to that lady who she was born in 53, so she was getting up to nearly 70. And she was like, she said she had breast cancer. She just had radiotherapy and stuff like that. She got offered chemo and just said she didn't want to do it. And do you know what else she said? She'd never even been for any more breast scans in that whole 5 years. I said, you're supposed to get done every year. She said, I never went. Right? And it was only because she had a chest infection. They did an x-ray on her lungs, they found out she'd got her lungs.
God. So how did it go then? Do you think it'll be easy?
Yeah, I feel good. You know, now didn't feel any effect at all of it. Again, it was quite relaxing. Again, so
That was more of a worry last time, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. It's still a little bit this time because it's always a bit, you know. But yeah, it seemed to go okay. I feel as good as last time. So just see how it goes.
So who was sat next to you?
So
Did you have
two ladies. One lady, she was late 60s. She'd had breast cancer, but she said she didn't want to have chemo, so just did the radiotherapy, blah blah blah. She'd had no breast scans or anything at all in the 5 years, which is unfortunate. I don't know why that happened. Maybe she just didn't bother. Only when she had a chest infection, she got an x-ray on her lungs. It's in her lungs, so now she has to have radiotherapy.
Maybe it was because of COVID. Maybe it's because of COVID.
Maybe. So I thought, oh. But anyway, the other lady, it was her first time chemo. She's having the same as me, 4 sessions. So she was asking about my hair and stuff like that. She was a bit worried it would come out after the first session. And I said, well, you know, I said, everyone's different. I said, well, that's the sort of usual time to give you. I said, but I thought mine would have gone where the second session where I said, that's mine.
So you were giving advice to someone who hadn't ever had it done before?
And I said, I felt okay, a few aches and pains, but generally felt well after a few days. And I said, even in a few days I was alright really, just a few aches and pains and that. I said, so don't worry about it. And I said, she didn't know about the wig.
Oh, so you give her advice about that?
I told her to ask, because he said it's free, it's always there, even if you don't want to wear it. She says, oh, well, she said, I probably will.
Been all right then?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit. At least the sun's come out. So, did they use the same type of the drugs that they used? Did they use the same as last time?
I got it mixed up when I said it was a docetaxel at the injection. It isn't, it's a cycloclop one, and it's a docetaxel that goes in the drip, so I got it the other way around. I asked her this time again because I wasn't quite sure, but yeah, that's the way around it was. Pre-med, which is the anti-sickness, flush it, then inject 2 cylinders in. Takes about 15 minutes, if that, and then an hour for the drip, and then another flush.
And it goes really quickly, doesn't it?
Honestly, went really quick. I think it's because I sort of knew what to expect this time as well. I got straight in as well this time, and they're really efficient. I mean, they are really good, and they're beeps straight in. Mine beat loads of times this time, but
Yeah, and everyone else, nobody else was struggling, were they?
no, everyone was alright. You know.